I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm Dr. Flo, online coach and mentor, not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much to Tara Priolo Studio for coming in today. You're going to hear her special sound today in a couple seconds. Tell people who you are if you can.
Hey y'all, I sound like a donkey, so today my name is Donkey. I think it's funny, but it's not really funny. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident Black biracial multi-passionate musician. I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Hello, I didn't know you were in here. You're doing good. You can stay. Yeah. And today is the 5-year anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. Rest in power. Rest in power to that man.
Rest in power to that man. Rest in peace to your voice. And rest in peace to
self-care. It says this week, self-care, dedicating time for intentional rest and care. And my poor baby, she's like...
She needs it. She needs it. Yeah, Tara is talking about week 22. Our theme is all about inner peace and resilience for these 4 weeks. And this week, we're going to be talking about intentional rest and care. And because she had a wild weekend with the family, laying a dear, beloved relative to rest in a place many miles away from where she lives, grounded rest was not something she necessarily got, but it's something that she can have now that she's at home. So today's theme and gathering is going to be of great importance to folks like Tara, who, could be allergies, could be saddling.
It could be the vid child. It could be anything, but I think it's allergies.
A number of things. This too shall pass. We'll keep her hydrated and rested, and then we'll see what she sounds like in a couple of days. Today's theme is all about meeting our basic needs for safety and stability. We want to welcome everybody back, as you just said, to Love in Action Daily Boost program. And today we're going to be in the foundation of grounded rest. So if you're out there and you're listening to us on the podcast, or if you're watching our television show on Spotify and YouTube and Facebook, take a moment now to sit or stand and feel your feet grounded on the floor. We're going to inhale deeply for 4 counts and exhale with a gentle foot tap. And we're going to repeat this about 5 times. Okay, so inhale deeply. We're not going to be here for a long time, just for a fun time. So take this. This may be the only time that you've taken a good solid breath today. Are you recognizing where you sit and where you stand? Are you feeling yourself connected to the earth, feet on the floor? Inhale one more time. And exhale with that gentle foot tap. The routines that we have in our lives are important. Routines like consistent sleep, good nutrition, and a quiet space can help you be supported in your mental health. I have a habit of sometimes stringing days together because I get
really
excited about life. I get really amped up. I mean, anything could happen. It could be something that happens on Power, one of my newest favorite television shows. It could be getting an email from someone that I'm really inspired by. It could be reading a thread or a tweet that really gets me going. And then before I know it, it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, yo, Poppy Waters' alarms are going to go off in about an hour and a half. And I'm going to get wonderful snugs and kisses in about 3 hours. And there goes my rest period. However, my best rest happens when I prioritize it. and I really have to like turn off all the lights in the house, choose something peaceful to watch, something peaceful to listen to, and get a basic high quality of rest to help make all the difference. Now, if you can squeak it out, how do you think rest is going to actually help you, or how do you think that basic rest would have helped you this weekend, if at all?
Yeah, I mean, listen, what happens to your body happens to your voice. And so I am a person, while I am a low sleep needs person, like Dr. Flo and I talk about this often, that like I'm a person, if I get a 6 hour stretch, I'm like, I'm good. It does not matter. Like I can go to bed at 2 and get up at 8 and I'm good. But it has been a long time since my kid was young enough to be waking up every 2 to 3 hours. And I had that experience on Friday night, and I am paying the price for it uh, yesterday and today, in addition to other things. Um,
Do you find that when you get off of your proper rest routine, it kind of just cascades?
it can, but also like you know, when I'm up at those odd times, like Saturday morning, I woke up at 4:55 and I was just like, well, I guess I'm just up. But like the internet is a crazy place in the middle of the night. So sometimes it's like fun to be there at 2 or 3 or 5. You know, it's like, oh my God. And
Roman
like
and demon time.
on the East Coast have already been up. They're chugging and jiving on the interwebs, and so then I get excited and I'm like up, up, up. Um, my rest. We have the savior, my husband. I'll show their face. It's okay. Uh, so anyway, I for me it doesn't snowball because I'm insistent about getting back on, just like with the kiddo. I'm like, we have to go home so that we can get back to routine. And lo and behold, we got in the car today, and the baby slept from 10 to 11, and then 2 to 3, and that is their normal routine. And so tonight they will go to bed at 7:15. So I'm just a big proponent to get right back into that routine every chance I get. So tonight I won't be up scrolling with Dr. Flo. I'll probably go to bed at 10 like I'm supposed to, and wake up with the baby at 6:30. And it'll be grand, and hopefully that will do wonders for my voice. And sorry to your earballs, but I honestly think it's funny. I think I just get a kick out of it because it doesn't happen to me very often. So
At all.
at all.
I had not heard your voice until you showed up to tape today, and I was like, "Oh my
I
goodness!"
thought about telling you, but then I was like, "Nah, I can do it. I can do it. I'll just
You can. Listen. We're old birds in the business. If you can phonate, you can phonate. It may sound like sandpaper, but
right."
but there's nothing wrong with your communicator. In fact,
Yesterday I woke up and some of it was low. And the thing about like being a soprano is that typically when you lose your voice, you lose like the extremes. And so some of it was so low, and I was like, it was quite amusing.
how did the singing go? Were you able to kind of sing past it?
It was fine. I turned on the mic, which I would not have taken had I been in 100% full voice. But yeah, it was fine. It was what it was. The hymns were great. Some of the hymns went up, high, so that was better. But there was one that was like C's and A flats, and I was like, I just can't. The pianist was like, "I'm losing you." I was like, "Don't worry about
I'm
it.
losing you.
I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Don't worry."
That's something that the deceased did not say. The one person in the space who was not complaining was the person who was gone, and that's who it was for anyway. So
Right.
maybe this affirmation will help you make it into the week. Today's affirmation, everybody, is I honor my body's need for rest and stability. I honor my body's need for rest and stability. I honor my
My
body's
body
need,
needs rest and stability.
rest and stability. And it's coming to you and it's already part. I mean, you're home now. You
I'm
got
home. I got my migraine medicine. Y'all, I left my migraine medicine at home.
we talk a lot in our private studios and together about the effect of stress on the voice and not having your
Yeah.
medicine being in a different location. Like, we pull these elements of our lives into our bodies and then it becomes like the way
Right.
we sound.
Well, and having like 2 performance weekends back to back, which I haven't done for a very long time because I've been either pregnant with a baby, trying to get pregnant with a baby, or having a literal newborn. So it's just been a while. And I will absolutely do the action. I might not fully unplug. What does unplug mean to you before I read off the statement? You unplug.
I
You actually.
rarely do it. I'm kind of one of those hybrid humans. Y'all can judge me. I do not pray to Sky Daddy first thing in the morning when I wake up. These people, before my feet hit the floor, I say a prayer and I talk to God and the angels and all of this. My first look is I tap the screen. I was like, oh, how early is it? What's the countdown between now and when I have to be front facing in front of people, around the world? And so I rarely unplug. There's usually there's Food Network going over there. There's usually a phone strapped to my hand. I really like being connected and kind of able to choose whether I want to have chill vibes and music carry me through the day, or some of you who know me well know that I love 432 hertz somatic healing music. So I pretty much unplug when I'm sleeping, although while I'm sleeping, I'm sometimes on rave with the community, listening to rain sounds and things while we sleep. So, no, I think some people need to unplug. Some people don't need to unplug. I'm of the opinion that if you live your life like you're on vacation all the time, or if you create the conditions where your life feels like a vacation or a joyful experience all the time, you never really need to unplug. There are times when people are getting on my nerves, and I will put the phone down for 30 minutes and do something different. Dance it out in the kitchen, stretch, take a number two. But usually while I'm doing the number two, I'm scrolling or emailing.
In Roblox or Farmville when I'm doing that.
There's
Yeah,
an update.
I don't really unplug, and part of that, actually, Dr. Flo and I had this conversation last week of I would rather not unplug because when I come back, it's overwhelming to come back to. So I was up in a place this weekend where my phone didn't work really super well. I could get some of it, but I couldn't get all of it. And that's just now that I'm home, it was oh my gosh, there's 30,000 emails that I missed and couldn't even choose to ignore because they never came to my phone. Or I opened my computer to come on here and the WhatsApp wouldn't work. It was a whole mess. It's I can't unplug. But anyway, the action that is suggested for today in Grounded Rest is to unplug 30 minutes early and allow time to wind down intentionally. I will say that I think there's a way to wind down on your phone. An app that we used to have had a goal in it. It's called Finch, the app, the self-care app. There's a goal that you can put in there to wear blue light blockers before you go to bed, and that can help just relax your system. I used to wear blue light blockers all the time. I don't do so much anymore. But it did help with migraines for a period of time. And then I had a baby, so my migraines got actually better after I had the baby. But yeah, so that could be something that you could do. Or for me, it's intentionally playing the slower games. So that's when I late at night and early in the morning, it's Farmville, because Farmville is very chill for me. I can go on and just take my time. Or I go to Roblox, do the garden, but I don't do the tycoon. I don't do the drilling at 8 a.m. or at 10 p.m. I do that during the day when I'm like awake. So yeah, those are some other things I think you can do instead of turning the whole phone off, which for some of us might make us panic a little bit.
Yeah, I try to walk myself down. The issue that we all have is that all the app makers are, and we can talk about this later in the weekend deconstruction junction. All the app makers intentionally make their notifications and their headlines, and people are uh, even constructing or composing their threads to be very poppy and eye catchy and super consumable. So anything I get text or get a notification of or receive message of at any time on my phone is intentionally there to trigger me into some type of response or action. So you're right. I do have to use my device differently. I have to choose calming things. I mean, any movie placed on before I go to bed is a natural sedative for me.
If you want to put Flo to sleep, literally pick any movie on the face of the planet and Flo will go to sleep.
any moving vehicle. I fall asleep on trains, planes, and cars, or any long form movie. And it could be like the most jovial movie, like what's that emotions movie that I've been trying to watch for
Inside
years?
Out.
Yeah. I tried to make it through Inside Out like 10 times, but something about
Poppy has seen it so many times.
he could quote many sections trying to watch it with me. In fact, he's given up on it because he's like,
right.
this one's not going to come.
We should try Elemental. I actually think Poppy would like that movie, so maybe we should try that one next. Very similar story.
For sure, you and him are going to make it through it. It's me who favors the inside of my eyelids as a wonderful way to wind down intentionally. We hope you all enjoyed today's Root Chakra plug-in from Love and Action Network. Remember to find grounded rest as often as you can. Power naps also count for those of you who could do those. And remember, meeting your basic needs for safety and stability will help you have a better week. So decide now. The Root Chakra's mantra is I am. Decide now whether you want to be grounded or crazy this week. Do you want to be grounded? Do you want to be all over the place? Do you want to be grounded or do you want to be chaotic? And I know you're like, well, I don't have any control because look at all these people around me and my boss and da-da-da-da. No, we have inherent power. We have the power of our I am. And if you want to every day say, I am grounded and I honor my body's needs for rest and stability, you can have it if you really want it. Remember, we're programming the whole thing. And of course, Tara and I will be here throughout the week in Love and Action Daily Boost to help you along the journey. Thank you to the hundreds of people. We get like about 600 views. And there's about 18 people who are tuning in every day through their emails to find camaraderie and support and help along the path. We are here to encourage, equip, and empower you. We've been doing it for well over 70 weeks. And as long as we have this, this is spare time. This is overflow time. Tara and I I'm watching a food, Andrew Zimmern, the guy who goes all over the world in the country.
Are you send me a link?
Of course. It's
Thank you.
Yeah,
sounds like something I would like.
It's on your TV, so I'm watching it on your account, so you definitely have access. And I'll send you a link. Andrew Zimmer does a bunch of shows, but this one is about great eats all over the world and also locally in the country. And they were doing a Chicago episode and a Wisconsin episode where bratwurst and cheese curds and all those type of things from up in your part of the world was centered. So I think you'd like those episodes the most. But if we were not here with you all, we would be playing Roblox or chatting on the new features of WhatsApp or watching TV. So this is our overflow time where we get to come together, anchor the community, anchor ourselves, pay attention to what our voices and our energies are sounding like, and then making decisions to handle our week in accordance with the happiness, healthiness, and the fullness and freedom of our lives. If you are around this week, we want to invite you to our twice daily. This weekend, I've been taking it a little easy because of the holiday weekend and I just don't feel like it. But most days of every day, most days of every week, we are online on Clubhouse or some kind of platform connecting. And these days, I've been leading the community through our AM thoughts, our PM thoughts, and also the decisions that we're making about the thoughts we're having. Because we made the agreement in our community that we all have 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts that cruise through our cranium every day. And those thoughts make us feel things about ourselves. They also allow us to make powerful decisions. Where do you want to live? Who do you want to connect with? How do you want to love? Where do you want to make your money? How do you want to make your money? Who do you want to be with when you make your money? How do you want to experience joy? Who do you have in your corner to support you when you have a moment of crisis or a moment of extreme self-doubt? And then how are you going to decide to move forward in an encouraged, equipped, and empowered way? These are the questions that we ask every day. Some people run, from us like we got a can of Raid, because we ask for that introspection and those decisions. But the people who are making decisions, meaning the people who are deciding that they're not just going to leave Sunday, May the 25th up to chance, right? It's just not going to be like a Russian roulette where it's kind of like let's just see what happens today, whatever. Some of us are actually determining in our hearts what we want and how we want to manifest our dreams, and then we're moving as close as we can, of course, with serendipity and kismet towards that bright, joyous, and secure future. So thank you for watching and holding space for love daily. Tara Priolo Studio is with us this week in the Love and Action Daily Boost program. Poppy Water is holding it down with spiritual support and giving us guidance through color magic and the chakra system. We are still holding space daily for justice for Charles McNair because he deserves to be free and should have been out about 30 years ago. And anybody who may be feeling heavy, I hope that a bit of gentleness and pure love finds its way to you this week and every day of your life. Stay in your power. Stay in your joy. Stay loved and lovable. Find some tea and honey, ma'am. And stay loved and lovable. We'll see y'all later this week.